Did we just myth bust?
I think we did. What's up, everybody? Today on Cars and Cameras, we are back working on the best, worst Honda ever made. That's right, this is our 1985 Honda CR500, and it's the best because these things are absolute rocket ships. Even to this day, by modern standards, they are fast. And they are the worst because, well, they are near impossible to fire up, even when they were new. This one has had 40 years of neglect and abuse, and it's led to a bunch of problems. So today we are throwing parts and money at this 85 short rod CR500 until it runs consistently, or we run out of parts and or money. Sound good?
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
So today we are replacing the reed pedals in the reed valve assembly because the new ones that we installed the other day are already not sealing. Another thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be replacing the stator on this bike. We're hoping that replacing this stator is going to get our ignition working better because we had intermittent firing on the spark plug, and I think that this might be the culprit right here. The cherry on top, sirs. We're replacing the PJ carburetor with a genuine PWK Air Striker carburetor. I heard through the grapevine that these carburetors are the way to go on these CR500s to make them run better. So between all these parts, I'm hoping that we're going to have a good running CR500. So let's get these parts installed on the bike. So the way I check these reed valves is what you do is you hold it up to the light, and if you can see daylight through the little slits at the end of these pedals, you've got a problem. And we definitely have a problem on 1, 2, at least 3, 4, 5, basically all of them.
You know, those reed pedals are maybe an hour or two old, so maybe they were defective, we installed them incorrectly, we're just going to throw a new set at them.
Yeah, maybe so. And we installed them correctly according to the... I found a graph on how to install them, and we installed them exactly the way it showed on the graph. I might try something a little different this time. We'll see. So we're moving on to replacing the stator. This is the new one, and this is not off of eBay. I wish it was, because this was very expensive. It should be a nice, good quality unit. Tired of throwing cheap parts of this thing and it just continuing to fail. So in order to install this, we have to remove the flywheel weight. So in order to do that, we need to have the piston all the way down. We have to shove rope inside of the combustion chamber to keep the engine still, so we can loosen that. That's the way to do it, dude.
Yeah, it keeps the engine from turning over, and it's weird to shove rope inside a combustion chamber, but yeah, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Whatever works.
And there's the flywheel.
Yep. Now we need to get a puller to get that off. I know where those are.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Look at that. Super nice. Okay. Now let's see about getting this thing out and the new one in.
I think we definitely need to keep it in case this one doesn't fix anything.
Uh-huh. Would you looky there?
Looky, looky, oh boy.
Looky, looky. Alright, and I gotta go up in here to try to find the ends of the wires. And I'm hoping that this is gonna be just like the original. You said this wasn't a cheap one, right?
No.
So this might be a direct.
Yep.
Got the plug right here, dude. Had to remove the fuel tank, but everything's like right here. This should pull right on out. There we go. And it looks identical, which is fantastic. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it, unfortunately.
Can finally get rid of that duct tape. I can actually seal.
Yeah.
It's worth it right there.
Totally worth it. So now that we've got the stator installed, we're going to reinstall our flywheel. Here we go. Gonna spin this around until it hits again.
Hits the rope.
Yep. I know that we probably have the torque spec for this thing.
One Ugga Dugga.
That's it, buddy. We're there. So we got everything reinstalled. We are gonna check the spark on this thing. So I'm gonna use a drill to spin this over, and I'm hoping to see spark even at a low RPM. Oh yeah.
Sure looks faint.
What?
Looks kind of faint, doesn't it? It's definitely there.
It's there. I would love to see better spark though. And that's a new coil. So only other thing I can think of is like maybe we should change the spark plug.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So let's do that.
Cool.
So we're gonna move on to reinstalling the reed valve.
Yeah, the cage, whole assembly. Yep.
Yeah. And we're just gonna hope for the best here. I didn't see a whole lot of difference in the new
Reeds versus the old ones.
Yeah, versus the old ones. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna send it, man.
yeah, hopefully this new carburetor we're gonna put on it is gonna help out with starting issues. There we go. Sweet. Hey man, twist throttle. How's it feel?
Feels crispy.
Good.
Like a new carburetor. It is smooth.
We got watt.
We have idle?
We have watt, and it looks like we have idle.
Excellent. Oh yeah. Hey Ike,
Yes, sir.
how do you pronounce the name of this carburetor, the brand?
Is it Klein? What is it?
No, try again. I'm just trying to trigger everybody in the comments for video engagement.
Kein. Keihin.
I've heard Kean.
It's whatever I say it is. Carburetor.
Remember Bombardier?
Yeah, we got one right over there. Bombardier. What is going on? Alright, I think I'm getting somewhere.
Gotta say, the bike looks great, all back together, man.
It is nice to see it back together.
I would love to put some plastics and do some cosmetic stuff, but...
If it's not running, then what's the point?
Bingo.
So we're gonna go ahead and see about firing this thing up. It's gonna come to life on the third
kick?
thinking, yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna do the thing that I've seen online where you lay the bike over until it like leaks onto the floor. So let's see if we can do it. Oh yeah, it did.
Oops.
Oh yeah, and I got to put it in gear and rocker forward and backwards, they say. But I like just kicking it over.
Whatever you want to do, man.
All we're gonna do is drag the tire.
Turns out we just had to put the right spark plug in it. He fired it back up. You fired it back up.
Fired it back up.
Oops.
Tried putting it in neutral.
Ah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Let's see if it'll fire back up.
Yeah.
Where is neutral? There it is.
Hey! Heck yeah!
Idle.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah!
And try cranking it up one last time.
All right, that might be the first time we've ever used the kill switch. It usually just dies and we say, that's it for this
I had
time.
to let go of the throttle. I was testing the kill switch.
Ah. Will it restart again?
It'd be a...
Oh! Incredible.
Is it fixed finally?
I don't know about that. I don't think it was ever fixed to begin with. It was never right to begin with.
Yeah, but is it fixed now?
It might be fixed now.
Man. That is amazing.
That is incredible.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
All this work.
And money.
Yeah.
Now we just need to figure out if it's gonna idle. So the CR500 seems to be fixed with its starting problem. I still have major trust issues with it, and we want to fix it cosmetically, but it needs to prove itself first.
And you know what we're gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna crank it up 29 times because today is your 29th birthday.
Yeah, today's my birthday, and I think the CR500 realized it, and it took pity on us, and it actually started to work. So, if we can crank this CR500 up 29 times in the next 30 minutes, I'm gonna order plastics kit, new decals, new seat cover, basically everything we're gonna need to make it cosmetically look really, really nice, bring it back to its former glory. You ready, buddy?
Yeah, dude.
Hit it.
I'm gonna try it without choke.
All right.
I'm gonna do the
procedure.
Yeah. Lean over. There it goes. Kind of tip it over. All right, you ready, sir?
Yep.
All right, this is no choke. No problems. Maybe we shouldn't have done the procedure. I don't know. It'll be fine.
New spark plug.
Yeah. So we decided to put a new spark plug in it. And it was indeed wet. So here we go. Choke off.
You got fuel spilling onto the floor. Well, I guess we're not buying parts for it.
Yeah. Guess we're not buying parts for it. Holy cow.
How many times we got it to fire up?
This time, none.
Since we said that, since we came up with the 29 rule, 3 times.
Yeah, something like, yeah, 3 times. And that's it. And then it was like, I'm done.
We're gonna run a compression test and see if we just, you know, need a new piston and bore. It's weird how inconsistent it is.
This bike is making me hate 2-strokes. This one bike. Hovercraft is cool, but this bike definitely does not have the Honda quality to it. No.
You know what? We're gonna run another compression test because I don't know what else to look for at this point.
This thing's been terrible the whole time.
Yeah, it's been a bad boy.
I remember we got it up to like 120 and I was like kicking it like I hated it.
Yep, a fresh bore should be around 155 or more.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and kick it and we'll see what we get. Oop.
If it cranks up, it'd be hilarious. No spark.
Yeah.
I wouldn't shut it off either. Tell me when it stops rising.
I mean, you're at 140, so it's...
Okay.
So, we've been talking with Adam Miller over at Miller Race Engineering. He hooked us up with the carburetor and he's hooking us up with advice. And that advice is he seems to think that our pilot jet is too fat. It stopped being able to fire up when we idled it, when we turned the idle screw into where it would idle.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like it's pulling fuel from the main jet as well, is what he seemed to think. So we're gonna drop the carburetor bowl, or we're gonna at least remove the pilot jet and have some birthday cake because we're both kind of emotionally, we're kind of manic right now.
I've had enough of this bike, and I don't know, man. It's just has not been a pleasant experience.
Yeah, it's called a coping mechanism right here. It's a pretty good cake, guys. Food Lion. So we're gonna get this pilot out as we enjoy some cake and to at least find a little bit of joy.
We're having a little bit of a fight.
Yeah, Ike eats cake like a serial killer.
I mean, look, dude. Look at that. Get all soaked in.
So you prefer premix and I prefer like oil injection, milk injection. I eat it and then sip the milk.
I've never dipped cake like that before. It's good.
So we made a few modifications to our carburetor. And you know what? If this works and it fires up, we're gonna make some more adjustments and then explain exactly what we did. Only if it works. If it doesn't work, then we're just back to the drawing board.
Yep.
Dang it. So the 85 CR500 has never failed to fail in terms of starting. Once it goes, but starting it has never been consistent. There's never been a rhyme or reason to it starting or not. But we have a few more tricks up our sleeve. We need to get the idle figured out, the main figured out, the pilot jet figured out. We're gonna give it one more shot. And that requires starting it and warming it up. So here we go. All right. We're gonna attempt to start the CR500 the easy way. All you need is a second mid-80s Honda.
doesn't want to idle. So I'm gonna just have the slide all the way down, see if it cranks up. I hate this thing. I hate it so bad.
Push starting a CR500. Let's see if this works. It worked!
I need my kickstand. All right, so
I gotta say, it was very cool following a CR500 in an 86 ATC 250 ES.
Yeah. Were you dodging the rocks?
Yes, I was trying to. I wanted to drive the Odyssey behind it, but then I realized, like, we'd probably do $1,000 worth of damage to the plastic by following the CR500.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, let's go over everything that we've done. So we've got this piece of paper. This was a text, right?
Yes.
This is from a CR500 guy.
Yes.
All right, so the CR500 jetting. Turn the air screw all the way in. I did that. You should hear it gain RPM and gain with each. At this point, go back in a quarter turn. I didn't do that. Didn't do that. Done. So we did do that. And you'll feel if it's blubbery or has that lean rant. So I got a lot of ping, 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 ping rolling off the throttle, which I thought was pretty normal until the RPM reached a certain point where the slide was all the way down, and then it wasn't pinging anymore. Definition of blubbery or the lean rant.
The one thing we haven't done this whole time, you gotta put your hand on the pad. You know, because that signifies that, hey, it's cold, and look how good my CR500 starts when it's cold. That's the one part. Let's pull it.
Hold on. I'll push it.
You gonna push start the CR500?
Yeah, absolutely.
Down the hill?
Right here.
With no helmet? Okay. This seems bad.
Try again.
You're going down the hill this time, huh? Fired right up, dude. Maybe we've been trying too hard. Maybe we just need to push it down the hill and, like, push start it. I don't know.
Now he's taking it down the road, having a lot of fun actually. So he's going to be rolling off the throttle and trying to see how it reacts to rolling off the throttle at speed. We're trying to figure out if we got the jetting right or not. So I wasn't exactly sure how it was supposed to be acting, so I'm getting John in on it.
To be a beast to drive this thing. A beast. That was second gear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you try the high speed rolling off the throttle?
I mean, yeah, like it seems like it's always seemed to me. I don't know two-strokes at all. One thing's for sure, it definitely wants to just die more than ever. When it's idling.
Yes, I have the slide all the way out. All the way, yeah.
Okay.
It said to do that,
For tuning.
but then of course it didn't tell me what to put it at.
Okay.
So bad. I shall open up the door for you, sir.
It's very frustrating because, like, we're trying stuff on it.
Yeah.
We're definitely spending the money on it and talking to the right people. It's just like...
The thing is just not wanting to cooperate.
We do this and that and this and that and get the same result.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, sir. All right, dude. So we talked to our guy, and he thinks
Trying.
we're trying. So he
We're
thinks.
stupid. I mean, he
Hey.
thinks
So he thinks that we ought to lower the clip on the needle on the carburetor to raise the needle to make it a little bit fatter. I explained to him what was going on with it coming down from idle, and
not from idle, but
from RPM down to idle, and he thinks that we need to raise the needle, which is going to fatten it up.
yeah. And
So-
we're gonna check our coil gap.
And we're going to check our coil gap. And at some point, we probably ought to pull the jet out of the carburetor just to see
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. I can't help but think this is just operating as intended, dude.
Well, I think I'm with you on that, dude. Like, I don't know, man. This
Doing our
thing's,
best.
yes, we're doing our best.
And we're still good friends.
Absolutely.
And we still have all our extremities.
Yes. All right. So I'll pull the side cover off, and we'll check the gap while you lower the clip. It's kind of a tight fit in there, bud.
I'm not really sure how I even did it to begin with.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get burned?
Yeah. Okay. Wait, let me see. Nah, you're good. The pipe is cold. We need to crank it up right now to show the bike is.
You know what's funny,
Cold start.
dude, that I'm just now putting together?
What's that?
People do the like this as a way to test that, like,
Dude.
showing it's cold. This engine
We
is
just
hot as
ran it.
crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing like, ow, I'm burned.
Touching the
That
engine, but not
is
the
cold.
pipe.
Dude, we just cracked code.
Did we just myth bust?
I think we did.
I'm gonna need therapy after this one.
I think we all are.
I got trust issues now. So you're basically setting the gap on the pickup,
Yes. Yes.
ignition pickup, right? So,
Yes.
yep, turns out it was out of spec. So who knows?
And it still is. Thought I said it, and it, well, I'm not sure this thing is really adjustable.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just said it, and when I tightened it,
It moved.
it went right back to where it was.
Yeah. Everyone who's ever adjusted points are gonna sympathize with that.
I mean, that's about the best we can do. It's not adjustable, dude. I don't think there's.
So do we need to make it adjustable? Tremolize it?
I mean, I've got it. I'm gonna take the screw out just to see if there's any slide. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's like minimum adjustment there. It's just the oversized hole. So
Break out the Dremel.
yeah, so I can get the feeler gauge in there, but it's a tight fit, and it's right at the minimum.
So it's too close.
It's on the close side, yeah. I mean, we can give it a shot. I did the tiniest bit Get a little bit out of it, but not much.
All right, man. The bike is back together with our adjustments.
That's right.
I had an idea. It's a new day. Everything is ice cold on this thing. The pipe is cold. The cylinder head is cold.
Okay, there you go. I was about to say, man, you can't just grab the pipe on this thing because it's like cold in like 10 minutes or less.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push it down the hill to start it, just like Ike has been doing. And if it starts up ice cold, we'll know it's probably a user error when it comes to kicking.
Can we try kicking it first?
You can if you want.
I mean, I did an adjustment, and we might as well try kicking it.
Might as well.
Yeah. All right. I'll try kicking it.
Kick it.
All right, dude. So I am so ready to hear this thing fire up.
Third kick.
Third kick?
Yeah.
I'm not doing the, is it the Kaplan America startup procedure?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm just going to go ahead and straight kick it. I'm going to kick it a few times, then I'm going to try to do the procedure where laying over and letting it pee on the floor and all that stuff. Then I'll try kicking it then. Then at that point, we'll just try pushing it down the hill.
Cool.
All right.
Let's push it down the hill.
Let's push it down the hill, see what happens. What, are you gonna push me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's mighty nice of you. Thank you.
I can't go any faster, Dad. Why?
Okay.
Dang it, dude. I was sure this was it. I was so sure.
Let me push it to the back of the top of the hill and try it again.
Okay. Want me to push it? Now that it's running, we can finally do a hot lap with the CR500, or at least as hot as we're comfortable with. You ready? On your mark, get set, go! I hate to say, guys, we are just at that point with this project. Legends may never die. Some just get hung up on the wall to look at because they're much better that way. I mean, that was still incredibly fast. One more, or? All right, on your mark, get set, go! Fast. Crazy fast.
Yeah, it doesn't want to.
Still doesn't want to idle.
Yeah, there's something still wrong. I've got the screw all the way in, and it just doesn't seem to want to idle. So we still got to look into something, but I'm not happy with the hot lap, but I feel like there's more I can possibly do. I think the dry dirt and the rocks is hurting me because I'm doing a lot of sliding.
Yeah.
Like I gotta stop way earlier than a Trailmaster bike.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got to slow down faster on this. When I say faster, I gotta pick sooner to start braking.
You're going a lot faster.
Well, only time will tell.
Yeah.
My time. Let's see. Did you want to drive it?
Ha
Hey, John.
Yeah.
What's the definition of insanity?
Tell me, what is it?
Definition of insanity is working on that bike over and over and over and over and over and over again and achieving the same results. It still doesn't want to start. You know what CR500 stands for? Can't run 500. We've thrown near about every single part at that thing and it's still not running. We've done carburetor tuning,
Ignition system.
Cylinder
head thing.
yes, the compression release to help with the starting.
Passes compression test.
All that stuff. Yeah, passes the compression test. It's got ignition. It's got fuel, and it doesn't want to run. In fact, off camera, we pulled start that thing halfway around the Grand Prix lap.
Before it
full
finally
starting it before it finally cranked
I
up.
think it's just very sensitive to flooding.
Yeah, so we tried the flooding technique, tipping it over, and it started worse on that time than any other time.
The moral of the story is, unless you are an expert, don't buy the cheapest CR500 you can find. Get one that's already been gone through. You're going to pay a lot for it up front, but it's going to save you a lot of time and effort on the back end. Legends never die. Some just get stuffed and hung up on a wall somewhere. So, we're going to get to that. Stay tuned. But first, Isaac's warm lap on the 85 CR500. Rip your house off the foundation.
I could have done a little bit better. There was a lot of corners that I came in a bit slower than I wanted to.
You're going to be proud. Stop the excuses. You're going to be proud.
Okay.
Start with 5.
Really?
Yeah, so that means you are already, it was in the 50s, so it was steer or higher. So it's already in the in the fastest half.
I'm going to say right here.
57.16, so you are right here.
Okay.
Right, so it's just a hair slower than the diesel bolt cart. A little quicker than the Grave Ninja 650.
All right. Well, that's impressive. And that was a warm lap. I didn't go all out on that one because I just I didn't feel comfortable on the bike.
You need a PhD to work on this bike, and you need a separate PhD to ride this thing properly.
Yes. All right, guys. Look at John's nice new shirt that he's got on. You too could own this shirt if you just go to CarsandCameras.com and make an order. You could also own one of these or this hat that I'm wearing. Not this very hat. Now, if you pay enough, you can probably own this hat, but you know, that's another website right there. But anyhow, guys, I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Toodaloo.
So this is the Cars and Cameras big game corner right here. This is where
This is where they're all gonna go to die?
No, don't say that.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
To rest, sir. We're not taking the CR500 out to the farm.
1985, it deserves to rest. Just like me.
Yeah, and we're not done with this thing. This is just gonna be for special occasions bike. We get it down anytime someone needs punishment.
Okay.
So anyway, we have this new cabinet here we're gonna build a surround for and hang the CR500 right in that area right there. It's gonna look really sweet when we're done.
Yeah.
So we have 2 pieces of angle iron we're trimming, and we're going to use to mount these cabinets we got at the hardware store. So we're going to weld the angle iron in up there, And it's gonna hold right here, and then the bottom piece is gonna get leaned up against the angle iron. And that's how we're gonna mount these bad boys. And the CR500 is gonna go above. Now it ain't going anywhere.
Nice. All right, so now I say we try to fit that other angle iron between and make sure it fits.
Yep.
Then we hang a cabinet on that end, and then we place the angle iron where it needs to go to hold the cabinet out at the right angle.
Weld.
Huh?
Yeah, and then weld.
Then weld it.
Cool.
And we'll set up a cabinet on one end, and then we'll go to the other end and set the cabinet, same cabinet up. We'll just slide it over.
Yeah. Use a hammer.
So I'll get a hammer.
Yeah.
Okay, so probably no trimming needed.
Yeah, looks good.
Sweet. Okay, let me go get a hammer.
It does weigh 300 pounds.
Okay.
Am I there?
Yeah.
Can I let go?
Yeah.
Nice.
It is bending the brackets a little bit. I see what, so it's bending the brackets, just letting you know.
I did.
Well, I see what we can do. We just need to put the angle iron up there. So,
yeah.
You need a hand. Oh, we just gonna leave the cabinet up there?
I don't know.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. I'll go ahead and put the bracket up there.
Man, you forget how to weld?
No. I was actually, it was pretty cool. I was melting off the edge. See, I can weld right there. But I was taking off the excess, so I was letting it pull up and drip off, so I didn't have to do so much grinding.
Nice.
It worked.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we gotta move it into place and then think about the 500.
Looking good, dude.
It is looking good.
Yeah.
So dude, you got any winterization tips if you're gonna be letting a project sit for a while?
Yeah, you should always drain your coolant out of your Tilly or Predator. You don't want coolant sitting in there too long, especially long term. You got to drain your oil out of your two-stroke.
Yeah, just drain the oil out, yeah.
I think for storage, the best thing I like to do, if your engine has coolant in it, if it's going to be sitting for longer than like 4-5 years, I would probably drain the coolant out of it, because coolant has a shelf life. Over time, it will lose its
freezing ability?
It'll lose that too, but corrosion. There's an anti-corrosion in your coolant. So this has coolant in it. I'm not going to drain it out because I don't think we're going to have this thing sitting too long. It'd be nice to be able to take it off the shelf, put some fuel in it, and pull start it with the three-wheeler to get it going again.
Right.
And ride it. Long term for your go-kart or mini bike, if you use ethanol-free fuel, I'd be perfectly fine with it sitting in the tank for a year, possibly even 2.
Still drain your carburetor though.
You still need to drain your carburetor. I like to turn off the fuel to the carburetor, and I like to run it until the engine dies, as soon as it burns all the fuel out of the carburetor. Or in this case, you drop the little
it's like a little nut kind
nut on the bowl of the carburetor. It's the screw on the bottom of the bowl. I have completely drained the bowl of the carburetor, and when you're ready to get it off the shelf or out from under the house or whatever, you put fuel in it and you're usually good to go.
Just like that generator the other day.
Yeah. I have very good luck with just instead of draining the fuel, I like to leave the fuel in the tank and drain all the fuel out of the carburetor, either running it or whatever. And usually I go right back to it and it cranks right up and it's good to go. usually, like 95% of the time.
Cool.
And that's about it for these little things.
Pretty simple.
There's not a whole lot more you can do to stow it away for an extended period of time.
Pretty cool, dude.
I think it does look pretty cool.
Looks like you're hauling butt on that thing.
It's doing exactly what it wants to do. Sit around.
Being stationary.
Yeah, being stationary. That's cool, dude. Honda.
Yeah, I think next we're gonna finish our cabinet area here, and we're gonna get some nice new straps and consolidate the straps so we have only 3 up there. It's gonna be a really nice piece.
Yeah. Awesome, dude. Good idea.
Pretty dumb idea.
Yeah, well, putting it up there was dumb.
Should be about it.
Not go a little bit more?
Well, I might be able to get one in.
Oh, okay.
Check it out. We got our new brace back here. And now we can eliminate all these straps and strap to the brace so it'll look like it's floating.
Strap it to the brace and then eliminate those straps.
Oh, we can't do it in the other order?
No.
Okay.
Safety.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get 500 corner quite completed, but that's because we have been totally busting tail trying to get this old 1970s Margay ready to go with the KT100. Scott and I are going up to Illinois today. We're leaving in like an hour and a half for a vintage go-kart racing gathering and show and racing series. So we're shooting that video now. It's going to be a really good one. Thank you all for watching. Leave a thumbs up, and we'll catch you next time. Yeah, if you've learned anything this episode, don't trust this trick anymore, because that pipe is cold, but that is too hot to touch. Dang.
Yeah, I don't have a temperature gun, so sorry.
That's all right. I guess the only true way to do it is put your tongue on it. That'll be the new standard.